Come on in here. Let me know if y'all can see me, man. Let me know if y'all can see me if I'm breaking up. I ain't gonna be long. I just want to say this real quick. Cali girl, what's up with you? I always say that, fam. Peace, king. Okay, so y'all can see me. I'm chosen. Let me know y'all can see me and hear me clearly, because I'm gonna get this off my chest real quick, and I'm out. We see you. Okay, yeah. All right. So look, y'all see the title, right? I was just listening to Latay's live. She went in, by the way, and I'm gonna clarify what I was meaning about parents going to jail over parental disputes or whatever. But I want to say this first. I could not be God, yo. I know I couldn't, because first of all, everything wouldn't be in my damn will. It's not my will for nobody to be raped, hurt, given up for adoption, aborted, none of that. It's not in my will that none of this that none of that would happen. So if you did it, I'm striking you down. You understand? I might work with you on abortion, but after life is here, you harming little ones, it's over for you. I wouldn't give you a chance to. I wouldn't give you a chance to. I give everybody a chance at life, because I wouldn't get ahead of it and be like, I already know it before it happens, and wouldn't give anybody a chance at life. But I'm saying the moment you plan to do evil to somebody else like that, I would strike you down. And I ain't saying lightning is gonna come from the sky. I mean, you would just breathe your last breath, because it's too much that comes from the trauma when you hurting people, children, whatever the case may be. It's not even about children. We're talking about grape on the channel. Anybody rape anybody, your life should be taken. Your breath should be last breath. I ain't saying life should be taken, because that sounds like I'm saying, to end somebody. You can't be saying it on these platforms. But I'm saying you would breathe your last if I was God. That'd be your last moments. The fact that you would try to do something like that to anybody, because sex is holy, it's sacred, and to invade anybody's temple without their permission is demonic. You understand? So to do that to anybody, man, woman, child, you should breathe your last before you even get the opportunity to. It just, last breath, you just drop right there. Dylan Roof, on your way to that church to do what he did, he'd breathe his last, yo. Not on his way, because that'll end up being on the road, and other people will end up being gone. I might let him get all the way to the church. Soon as he get ready to lift that thing up, he just collapsed. I couldn't be God. I couldn't be God, because I wouldn't let stuff like that happen. It wouldn't be like I'm gonna punish you afterwards for doing it. You ain't gonna get to do it, period. They was talking about Amora. She already went up for adoption. That sucks enough. That's already fucking horrible. But to adopt a child knowing you're gonna mistreat them, and that I'm setting aside any problems I have with the lady. That shit is wrong. To adopt somebody knowing that you're gonna mistreat them. Life, because when you do this to them and you torment them at such an early age, you fuck up how they view the world. And so they end up growing up sometimes to be horrible people. And the sad part is they do all this damage to so many people, but you really got to still blame the person who did that. At some point, we all responsible for what we do, but you ain't giving somebody a fair shot when you traumatize them at any moment in life. So a lot of that is very discouraging to me, because we'll come up with excuses and be like, well, it's in God's will. He allowed it to happen because he got greater plans for you. Nah, fuck all that. Fuck all that. I swear to God, if I was God, a piano would fall on every last one of them motherfuckers. Every last one of them. Boom. It's over. Because even after the fact is over, these people are still hurting on the inside. They never get over that shit. Talking about forgiveness. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The whole world would be different. You guys ever notice, like on movies and even in real life, that the most evil motherfucker, right? He'll end all the witnesses and shit, and they'll be like, well, we can't lock him up because all the witnesses gone. You know he did it. Well, we gotta let him go. We gotta let him walk because they have witness protection and shit. Because if the witnesses get unalived, get missing, then there's no witnesses, right? But an innocent motherfucker, they'll pull him over and end his life by putting their knee on his fucking neck. Oh, I thought he had a gun. Oh, I thought this, I thought that. But the most evil motherfuckers be doing the worst shit, but they can't arrest him because they ain't got enough evidence. Nigga, pull him over and think his ass got a gun then. Pull him over and put your fucking knee on his neck. What you talking about? Shit, it's crazy to me. The world is crazy, yo. It's crazy. When you think about shit like that, just think about shit like that. Innocent man get pulled over. 10 minutes later, his life is gone. Cop put a knee on his fucking neck. Cop thought he had a gun, so he shot him. But the most evil motherfuckers, you got to have witness protection to just protect the witnesses from them. So, come on, man. Sounds like I'm endorsing brutality. Right, flip it on me if you want to. If I was God, it wouldn't be no brutality. It'd be you just breathe your last. That's all it would be. It would be like you just breathed your last. I don't endorse brutality at all. But if you could sit here and say, oh, we can't arrest him because we don't have enough evidence, the witnesses keep getting unalived or going missing, then it shouldn't be that in that same world, people getting pulled over and getting their windows busted out and getting beat to a fucking pulp and over some traffic shit. That's why I just believe like we just in an evil world. We just in a world where good and bad can happen. Ain't no God. That's how I look at it. Because if it was a God, I would think that God would be like very, very adamant to protecting his children before any harm come to them. Not, I'm going to punish you, but if you ask for forgiveness, then I'm going to forgive you. But if you don't, then I'm going to punish you. And if they don't forgive you for doing what you did to them, I'm going to punish them. That sounds crazy to me. I'll never understand that. I would never understand that except for on a metaphysical level, where forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the torment of the pain that you're being put through or from the hate that you have on somebody else. That's the only way I can understand it. But if you're talking about a literal hell somebody gonna go to because they refuse to forgive somebody who raped them, harmed them in some foul way, hurt their mother, hurt their father, and they gonna go to hell because they don't forgive them, nah, that's crazy. That's why I know that shit is a parable. Ain't no damn way. There's no way. They'd all have the wrath. They would all literally have the wrath of God. Yeah, Ben, I'm atheist, man. I'm definitely atheist. Been that way for a long time. I just need proof. I don't have any issue with any God of any religion. But before I can submit my belief to something, I need proof of it. Literal proof. And I used to believe in it with all my heart, but I can't do the faith thing because every religion uses faith and nobody can prove theirs is real. So I backed away from it all and said, I love the literature. I love the things you can learn and grow from religion, but believing in a God of a book or of a religion, I just can't do that. So I would say I'm highly spiritual or highly thoughtful, I would say, but I don't believe in any God. I'm sorry. I just need proof of that. But I'm just saying in concept, we say God has a will for everybody. Everything's planned out. He knows it before it's going to happen. Everything is designed to happen for the betterment of God's plan. I don't see why you would need anything like that to happen to anybody for the betterment of any plan. That sounds crazy to me. Change your damn plan. That sounds weird. These horrible things happen to people, and it's not right. And so that's aside from anybody who bother me online, who make comment about me online to try to hate on me and try to ruin my reputation, whatever the case may be. I wish I could take away any trauma from any one of them because I don't think nobody deserved that. No, that shit ain't never funny. It's never funny. And sometimes we can get so down in the mud with people that we use that against them. But let's be real. When you really if you really thinking about this, that shit ain't ever cool. It is never cool. That's never cool. Like I'm saying, you take a child who was already abandoned, their mother and father, their gods, gave them up for whatever reason, and you're gonna go adopt them to make them eat eggs out of a toilet? Hell no. You evil as fuck. That's wrong as fuck. I wish all the damn strength in the universe came to a more right then and she knocked her motherfucking ass to the moon for that. I wrote an anime some years ago called Implode. It takes place back in slavery times, and they're beating a innocent black man, beating him, and all of a sudden he just get the strength of the fucking world inside of him, and he goes the fuck off, and ain't nothing they can do with him. Yeah, I be wishing shit like that happened. You hurting an innocent person. I wish they be in with the damn strength of God. Because it's sad to see that happen to people and don't nobody do nothing about it. Where is God? And then we justify it. It's for some other greater reason. God got some greater plan. No, man, no. Nah, man. No, fuck that. You get free will until you decide to use your free will to take somebody else's, to invade somebody else's free will. What about their free will to not be hurt by you? What about her free will to not eat them fucking eggs out the toilet? What about these children's free will to not be great? What about their free will? And what, you just gonna punish them after the fact? Man, shut up. You mean if they don't ask for forgiveness? If they ask for forgiveness, you mean? I mean, come on, man. That sounds, come on, y'all. And then the other person go to hell too if they don't forgive them. Man, shut up. The only reason you're in a position to have to forgive that person is because of the damn trauma they put you through. And if you don't forgive them, you going to hell. Man, shut up. I go to hell then. What are you talking about? Forgiving nobody who do some shit like that to me. It ain't even a thought of mine. You can get the fuck out of here talking about forgive them. Forgive them, forgive them. Nigga, get rid of the whole word. Imagine the God who telling you to forgive them, who allowed that shit to happen to you in the first place. Man, get up out of here with that. Oh, so you allowed it to happen to me, but if I don't forgive them, you're gonna put me in hell. Oh, okay, I can't even be allowed to not forgive a motherfucker, but you allowed them to degrade me? Nigga, please. Nigga, please. You can't even be allowed to not forgive somebody, but they can be allowed to grape you. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I carry this shit to my fucking grave. What are you talking about? I'ma always hate that motherfucker. What are you talking about? No, that's a parable. That's about forgiving someone because it's a mental toll on you to harbor such hate for another individual. You're the only person who hates from the anger or the pain that you have towards this person. So forgiveness is to get you out of a mental hell. You really think a God would tell you you're going to a burning hell with fire and brimstone for eternity to be tormented because you won't forgive somebody for graping you? What the hell sense does that make? What are you talking about? They tell you when you go to heaven, you get a new body. So give me my new body with my new mind. Don't ask me to forgive shit while I'm in this damn fallible body. What are you talking about? If you go to heaven, you get a new body, right? So then why are you worried about if I forgive somebody? What are you talking about? That makes no sense. So you got to understand that when it makes no sense, it's a parable. No God would say that. Ain't no God out there that would actually think like that, a holy being, unless God is just a being. But if he's holy, perfect in all his ways, you think that makes sense to tell somebody they got to forgive somebody or they're going to hell with the person who did that to them? One of them raped somebody. One of them did an evil act to somebody. The other one just couldn't get over it. What the fuck are we talking about? And I'll see people tell victims that you got to forgive because if you don't, man, get the hell up out of here. I've literally saw that. Telling victims, you got to forgive them or you going to hell. What the fuck is you? Man, I swear to God, I hate religion sometimes. I love the fact that religion can make a person better, uplift them in a time of going through and things like that, give them the strength to kind of get through shit. Get them something to believe in, to get past things. But I hate when religion tell a motherfucker some shit like that. If you don't forgive them for what they did to you, you're going to burn in a hell for eternity by God himself, the one who actually loved you. So just imagine this. You got your children, right? God is a greater father than you could ever be, a mother than you could ever be, because God is perfect, right? Would you tell your child to forgive their rapist, or you ain't gonna forgive them? Take off the G, Kel. Some things you can't say on social media. Would you tell your own actual child that they gotta forgive their rapist, or you're not gonna forgive them? What are you not forgiving them for? You mad at them for not forgiving somebody who? Why are you even investing in that? Get the fuck out of my business, man. You didn't stop it. If you didn't be able to stop it, get out of my business. Don't worry about who I'm mad at. Don't worry about who I hate. You worried about some damn feelings and emotions in my damn head and heart. That ain't no action. Me hating them ain't no action. What they did to me was an action. And this never happened to me, but I can feel the pain of other people. And I know ain't no damn way I could let no shit like that go. It's a wrap. That is simply talking about getting rid of the hate in your own heart and mind so that you're not tormented by the emotion of hate, because you are the only person who can feel your anger. And so you're tormented with the anger that you feel from another person. They can't feel that. So it's literally talking about something that is metaphysical, not talking about a literal hell. But that's why I say ain't no God wrote no book, man. Because if you gotta understand, men wrote that. Hell wasn't even in the Bible until they added it in. So if you don't know your history, you'll sit here and believe like, yeah, that's really how the book was given to us. No, it wasn't. That book went through all type of shit before it was in your hand. And you just believe everything in it. That sounds crazy as hell. Look up the Nicene Council. Now, don't get me wrong. If a God would have revealed itself to me and it was like, yeah, I really think like that, I have no other choice to be like, okay, well, you think like that. I ain't got no control over that. But I'm going to argue with this damn hearsay hoopla until I'm dead and gone. There's no way you're going to convince me that a righteous God who's perfect in all of his ways would judge his child for not forgiving someone that raped them. I wouldn't do that. If that happened to my children, you can be mad as long as you want to. I'm going to be mad with you. What you talking about? We all going to be mad. No, ain't no Jesus preach about no damn hell. Them words in there was given to a character named Jesus, man. Great character, great guy. Wouldn't take anything from him, but did he exist literally in the realm of reality? Come on, y'all. And some people ain't ready to deal with that. But he went to a tomb. The tomb was rolled away. Then he flew up in the sky and said he'd come back. Okay, believe that. Believe that then. That's fine. Believe it. Then why not believe that Krishna drank up all the damn sin of the world until he became blue? Why you don't believe that then? That book is 3,000 years older than the Bible. Why you don't believe that Krishna saved the world? Why you don't believe that? Well, are y'all crazy for not believing that? Because if I'm crazy for not believing that Jesus rose again and walked on water, then y'all got to be crazy for not believing that Krishna took on the sins of the world too. Come on, that he's the 8th reincarnation of Vishnu. Come on, man. Oh no, I'm just out here today. I'm about to work out. You've seen him and felt him. He died for our salvation. People feel that way about Krishna too. I don't take that from you. Maybe God revealed himself to you where he didn't reveal himself to me. Maybe I'm just on the outside looking in. But I can tell you, until God revealed itself to me, I'm going with what sound right and feel right in my soul. And none of that shit sound right at all. People shouldn't be allowed to do shit like that to kids or adults. The moment a man get a thought in his mind to sit here and follow a woman down an alley or put something in her drink, or the moment a prison inmate get the thought in his mind to grape another prison inmate, me as God would intervene before it happened, not after it happened. What are we talking about? You don't get to do that. I wouldn't make thoughts a crime, but the moment you got ready to act on that shit, yo, it's a wrap. I wouldn't have thought crimes. I wouldn't penalize you for thinking something. But the moment you set out to try and do something like that to somebody, it's a wrap for you. We teach a motherfucker self-defense because we know God don't intervene in shit like that. Women go to the bathroom. They protect themselves. They be very careful because they know God ain't about to do shit. You on your own. And that, not just God, Allah, Buddha, none of them. Ain't nobody about to do nothing because it happens. Whoever you believe in is allowing shit. Slavery, all that shit. That's why I ask religious people, what does your religion protect you from that other religions are exposed to? Because everybody die, everybody gets sick, everybody dies starvation, everybody getting raped. It happens in every culture across the whole fucking planet, regardless of who you believe in. So which one of y'all's religion protects y'all from normal shit? And it's sad to say that's normal shit, but it happens in our normal world. So what about your religion makes it where you don't got to deal with what other people got to deal with? What in an actual real way, a practical way? Give it to me. Give me something practical. What do Christians don't got to deal with that Muslims do? What do Muslims got to deal with that Christians don't? Come on, man. Let's be real. What does a Hindu don't have to deal with? Are Hindus walking around here free from all this shit that Christians going through on a daily basis? No. We're just humans who going through life believing in shit. So Christianity saves from hell. So does Hinduism. You don't think Hindu got a hell? This is what I'm saying. Y'all lack so much information. You've only read your one book. You think that hell only exists in Christianity? Most religions have a hell that you going to for not believing in it. What are y'all talking about? Christianity saves you from a hell that nobody can prove is real. So what about the hell that's in the book of in the Bhagavad Gita? What about Islamic hell? What about Rastafarian hell? It's like we only think that hell exists in Christianity. One of the things that come with religion, religare, which is to tie or bind up. Religare means to tie or bind up. If you ever heard of the word etymology, look up religion, the etymological reason or meaning for religion. What does religion come from using etymology? Look that up. etymology, etymology. It means the study of the origin of words. Look it up. What does religion mean using etymology? It'll tell you the word comes from religare, which means to bind or tie up. So they gave you religion as a mental way to bind you. So of course, if you don't take their religion, you're going to hell. Of course there's punishment if you don't believe in this shit. Of course it is. The Bhagavad Gita is the book of Hindu, or the Vedas. And there's a hell in all of them. Right, Joe Will. There you go, etymology, etymology. Look up religion using etymology and look at the origin of the word and what it means. It'll tell you it comes from binding or tying up. So the person who created religion, the person who said we're going to decide to give people a frame of thought that can keep them in line, called it a religion. He built the word off of religare. So what did they think of religion when they gave it to you? When I tell y'all all of this stuff is based on metaphysically, you have to ask yourself, why in every religion is God revealing himself to people on mountains who had nothing but sandals? They didn't have no ropes, no climbing tools or nothing. How the hell they make it up to the top of a mountain, y'all? It's figurative, yo. It's saying that when humans peak, meaning when they reach a level of higher consciousness, they will have an encounter with their higher self. That's what it's about. But why is Muhammad on a mountain when he recognizes who Jesus is, or God is, who Allah is? Why is it the same for Abraham? Why is it the same for Moses? Why is this happening on mountains? Why is Jesus taken up a mountain to be sacrificed? Why is Abraham taking his son up a mountain to be sacrificed? Why mountains, y'all? Why so many mountains? What's the thing with God in mountains, y'all? God at the top of mountains? Is that what we think? God's supposed to be everywhere at the same time, but you got to climb a mountain to have a, okay, I got it. Nah, man, it's all figurative. It's all parables. It has a hidden meaning. It's not literal. And if you think it's literal, you'll think you got to go up a damn mountain in some sandals to see God. Y'all got to be kidding me. Y'all got to be kidding me. Do not be deceived. That deception started when we was kids, being taught to believe in stuff before we could even read, praying to a God before we could read, praying to God. Now lay me down to sleep. I pray to God, my soul you keep. God is great. God is good. Let us thank you for our food before we could read. That's deception because you're not given the opportunity to learn for yourself. They didn't let you go out and figure it out on your own and let God reveal himself to you. They told you who was God and you believed whatever they told you. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. I believe that. So is Krishna. And this is what I'm saying. Yo, the Bhagavad Gita is 3,000 years older than the Bible. Why was Krishna the way, the truth, and the light before Jesus? Why was there a book with a so-called God in it before the Bible? Why would God copy what humans do, which is put religion in books? Why would God say, write this down? Come on, y'all. Come on. Really think about this. Christianity is not the oldest religion. Think about this. If we're just talking about Hinduism, it's 3,000 years older than Christianity. Why was there a book with a so-called God in it before there was a book with actual God in it? Why wouldn't God say, okay, I ain't going to be in no book because humans are already doing that? Yeah, Golgotha means skull, which means the pineal gland. You're absolutely right. Golgotha means the place of the skull. And if you look up many paintings and things like that of Jesus on the cross, if you look under the ground, it's on a skull. They put that there because it's a motif. It's symbolism that heaven and hell is right here in the mind. We all become Christ. We all become Krishna. Why do you think that name is so similar? Once you reach your higher self, you become. You search the whole world looking for your head and you realize it was attached to you all along. You search the whole world looking for God and you realize that you were God all along. You alone are God. And there's none beside him. Every one of us is God having a human experience. If there is one. I get it. It's blasphemy according to what you're taught. See, and that's what I'm talking about. Religare. Yep, hold your mind back. You can't believe in nothing else. You can't say nothing outside of it, or you're blaspheming. God will have an issue with you talking like this, rather than having an issue with people being great, rather than stopping that from happening. Come on, man. I don't mean God in the way you understand God when I say we're all God. I'm telling you God too. Jason Millis, you're God too. It's just not in the way that you're taught to believe in God. Even in the actual sense, how could you not be? How can God not be his creation? How could God not be his creation? If I sit down and draw something, it's me. It reflects my skill sets at that time. It reflects my ability. It reflects my imagination. Every bit of that is me. So if you are a creation of God, then you are the witness of God. When someone witnesses you, they're witnessing God's actual creation. But I don't even want to get into the idea of, is God real, is God not? Because I know that offends and affects a lot of you guys in different ways. I get that makes a lot of people uncomfortable. My point is to say, if I was this conceptual God, having the power to do anything, be anywhere, anytime, do whatever, people would not be great. The word wouldn't exist. People wouldn't be able to make children eat eggs out of the toilet. They wouldn't be able to psychologically manipulate and beat them down while they're still children. Talk so much shit to them, it's hard for them to even love themselves. Call them ugly, call them black, call them nappy-headed. Tell them they ain't never gonna be nothing. That type of stuff would be non-existent. Every child would get the opportunity to grow up pure, free from every bit of shit like that, if I were this God. Unfortunately, none of us had that type of power. But I'm just saying, it pisses me off to hear about how people are being traumatized when they were young, even if they turned out to be horrible adults. That's not my business right there. That's their business. The decisions that they made to end up being a horrible adult and the decisions they make today ain't got shit to do with me. But what's been done to them was wrong. Liberty, please read my comment. Let me find it, Liberty. Christianity is he dealt with a heart of mankind. No other religion deals with the sinfulness of mankind, but Christianity deals with the heart of mankind. This is why Christianity is different. Liberty, I am so sorry, but that is not true. That is not true, love. You should read the Quran. You should read the Bhagavad Gita, because it absolutely deals with the heart of man and what you would call sin and all these different things. Actually, most religious books do. And I tell you guys, y'all got to open up your mind and do a little bit more reading. You will understand that the Bible was actually a more chaotic book than those books. Whoever did put those books together actually took more time to do it. They're not riddled with so many inconsistencies that they blow your mind. Like the same Bible talks about slavery and how you should listen to your slave master and do what he tell you to do, and how it's okay if he beats you long as you live for a couple of days after. I have one question, and I will go with my question. Who you think made us? And I'm not talking about our mother and our father, because they was made to. I believe that those things are still yet to be discovered and learned. I don't believe it's okay to submit your critical thinking faculties to a God in the sky when you cannot prove it. So my answer to that question, love, is I don't know, and I think it's safe to be able to have that answer. I don't know, and we don't know everything. But what humans do is, because they don't know something, they put it in the hands of an all-powerful, all-knowing being that they cannot see. That's not right. It only cripples your ability to learn and grow. So it's okay to not know. It's not okay to submit your critical thinking faculty to some God in the sky because you don't understand something. And that's what people say, well, then who made us? Then who made us? Where do we come from then if you don't believe in it? I don't know. Maybe it has yet to reveal itself. Maybe it was a damn giant octopus who shit us out and moved on about his business. We don't know. Maybe we on the back of a giant turtle. Who knows? All I know is that if you're gonna tell me something is real and that it exists, it gotta make sense. It should make sense. Who made that God? So let's deal with that. So who made us then? And then who made that God? And I know what you're gonna say. Well, he just always was. Right. What kind of sense does that make? What kind of sense? And why is it a he? Well, it's a spirit. Why is it a spirit? What are we talking about? Why, if it's a spirit, then we didn't have to have human bodies. Then we could all just been spirits then, right? What's the whole point of all of this? So there's one God, right? And God thought to itself, I'm going to create humans. Why? I'm going to create a concept of right and wrong, and then I'm going to send people to hell based on how they... Why? Why? That's Beetlejuice playing in the basement. That's playing. You seen Beetlejuice when he got a whole damn society in his basement, right? Why? So you're God alone, and you're just good, right? It's just you and nothing else. It's just you. And you think to yourself, I'm going to create man. And then making a heaven and hell, and the ones who listen to me, man, stop. All this stuff is humans trying to be more valuable than they actually are. If that's the case, why ain't God a damn roach? Why ain't God a monkey? God could be a spider. Spiders could be right, and we just all out here existing outside of spiders, and the spiders get a heaven or hell. Nobody else do. That's how humans think. Heaven and hell is for humans. All the animals are just animated beings, right? Animals, animated beings. They don't have a will of God. They don't have sin. They just good. But humans, though, I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. And I could actually get technical for you, but I'm not here for that. I'm not here to try to strip you of your beliefs. And it's amazing when you talk about yours, here comes the believers. If you talk about how you see the world, here comes the believers to try to tell you going to hell, that you are blasphemous, that you're in sin, or you just don't understand it right. Look, keep that to yourself if you don't want me telling you how silly what you believe is. Like, keep that to yourself. Because while my beliefs may sound silly to you, yours sounds silly to me. And out of respect for y'all, I no longer deal with religion on that level. I no longer tap into people's religions and refute them. I no longer do that out of respect for people. But if I'm telling you guys how I see the world, just sit back and listen. Because all this, you going to hell, you blaspheming, you just don't understand it right. Yeah, you think you're God, all this kind of bull crap. If I start tapping into your religion and how untrue it truly is using your own scriptures, you'll be mad at me. If I start reading scriptures to you and telling you how crazy they freaking sound, you'll be mad at me. So let's not do that. Let's just respect each other. I don't want to go there with y'all. I want y'all to have y'all beliefs. But my point is this, outside of your beliefs, all this shit is still happening. As strongly as you believe in what you believe in, if your daughter, if your son get around the wrong motherfucker, it's over. Because that God or whatever you believe in ain't going to do shit. But tell them, you're going to hell unless you ask for forgiveness. And then tell your child to forgive them or they going to hell. Let's be real. You ever heard of slavery? That happened. No God stepped in to stop that at all. They've been graping for years before it was even considered wrong. No God stepped in to stop any of that. That's like the antelope praying that the lion don't get him. Ain't nobody coming to help you. The lion was engineered with the tools to be able to hunt you. It's like the ant saying, God, please keep this anteater from me. You know how long this anteater's tongue is? He was engineered to be able to eat you. He evolved to eat you. You just better move out the way. It's a bad day. It just is what it is. Humans are bizarre to me. They believe that it's a God in the sky protecting them, while every other being on this world got to look out, or they're going to be the cookout. Every other animal got to look out, or they're going to be brought to the cookout. Every mole got to look up, not moles can't see, so a bad example. But every mouse got to worry about the eagle scooping his ass out the sky. Got to worry about the snake snatching his ass off the ground. But we got God, right? Man, stop.